Good morning everyone. Today is Sunday the 17th of December, and yeah, I feel much better today than I did yesterday, but still quite sick. So I feel better that I feel better, if that makes any sense. So we can actually get some stuff done today. We need to do some packing. We need to go back to the old apartment. We've got some mail to pick up and we need to return our keys. Yeah, we just have a few bits to get done. So yeah, I guess I'll take you guys along with us. Nothing super exciting, but we'll see where we get to. Alright, so it's a little bit later in the morning now. Layla's been fed for breakfast. She is just down there playing with her toys. I'm still trying to keep my distance from her and not get too close to her too much, just because I am still pretty sick and I don't want her to get it. So I've just been like dousing myself in antibacterial gel stuffs and just trying to keep my distance from her. And then, so Perry's just popped out. He's taking a bunch of the stuff for Goodwill with him to drop it off, and he's got a couple of other errands to run. He's gonna go to the apartment on his own. We're gonna go back tomorrow anyway because we have to give the keys back. And the building manager person, she doesn't work weekends, so I have to go back tomorrow anyway to give it to her. So I'll be going past one last time, but it's all on my nose. Anyway, so I'm just gonna realised we leave in a couple of days and we still have a whole bunch of like fresh vegetables and stuff in the fridge, so I'm gonna put something together, I guess. I think I figured out a couple of dishes. One, I'm gonna do like a chili type dish, and then do a vegetable dish thingy for Layla, and she can also have some of the chili as well, I guess. I don't think it will come out too spicy, so she can have some of the chili as well. So yeah, I'm gonna just cook some of this up so that I can bung it in the freezer for when we get back. So we have food for the next, or she has food for the next couple of days. And yeah, so none of this stuff gets wasted. Whew, that was a difficult nap time. Most difficult one I've had for a while. I don't know why she's been so, I don't know. Anyway, she's finally asleep, so food is going, and I'll quickly show you what that looks like in a second. But yeah, so I just like chucked a bunch of vegetables in to the pot with some water and vegetable stock and letting it simmer away until it's all cooked, and then I will probably blend it up. And I've also got some pumpkin to add to that as well, and then I'll also throw in some spinach, and yeah. So that's currently what it's looking like. There's some red onion, sweet potato, courgette, or zucchini, and broccoli in there. And like I said, I've got some pumpkin to add to it, and some spinach as well. So yeah, just gonna leave that until the potatoes are cooked, because that's gonna take the longest. A bit of spinach at the end here to add into it, and then turn the heat off in a minute. It's been a while since I last checked in. I will admit it's been a bit of a trying morning. Layla has been incredibly grumpy, which we figured out was due to a really sudden bout of diaper rash, and it was just making her really miserable. So she had a bath, she's got a whole bunch of cream on, hopefully that will help, and she's down for a nap now. So a bit of peace and quiet for everybody. Perry's back has been pretty bad lately, and his shoulder is still really sore after we moved, so he's been not feeling particularly great. and then on top of that I'm really sick as well, so it's not a really good combination right there. So we're sort of tag teaming and trying to do what we can to help each other out today. I'm feeling much better today than I did yesterday, and Perry headed out earlier to drop some stuff off at Goodwill and things like I mentioned, and he picked up some cold and flu medicine for me, so I've been taking that, and hopefully, I mean, that's been helping as well, so that's good. Anyway, so I'm downstairs about to work on these socks. I showed you these earlier, I guess. This is the 3 Irish Girls yarn in the Kathmandu colourway. It's the Adorn sock base. I think it's an 80/20, and this is one sock, and I have the second already started basically at the same place. So I basically, this is where I got to last night before going to bed. I'm going to sit down and do a bit of knitting for the first time today, and yeah, enjoy a bit of a break while Layla has a nap. It's been a while since I checked in. Perry's feeding Layla. I'm going to get our dinner going. And we've just had a busy afternoon. Packing, unpacking. Well, I've been packing for our trip, and Perry's been unpacking his boxes. So yeah. Right, so we've come to the end of another day, and yeah, getting ready to wind down. Layla's going down for bed, Perry's putting her down right now, and yeah, so I just wanted to show you where I got to on the socks. So one sock I got about halfway through the leg, and the second one I'm about, say, a little over a third of the way, or about a third of the way through the leg. So yeah, I'm just going to keep plodding along with these. These are my only work in progress right now. I think my goal will be by tomorrow night to at least get past the heels. That way for Tuesday when we're on the plane, and if I do get some knitting time, then I just have straight stockinette to work on for the foot, and I don't have to worry about heels, because whilst I might get some knitting time on the plane, I doubt I will have a lot of uninterrupted knitting time, and I don't like to work on heels if I have to keep stopping and starting, because inevitably I make a mistake at that point, or I forget whether I'm, like, which part of the heel I'm on or anything. So just to avoid making any mistakes, I prefer to just do heels in one shot and only work on them when I have a chance to sit down and like do the whole thing at one time. So that is my goal, or where I would like to get to with that pair of socks before we get on the plane tomorrow. I have packed in terms of projects to take. It was really difficult for me to decide because I don't have a lot of projects planned that are like easy to take along, which is probably really bad. I have 4 pairs of socks that I'm taking with me worth of yarn, and so, you know, if worst case scenario I've got nothing else that I can start, I can knit on socks, and that should be more than enough for the time that we're away. And then I've got a shawl design, that I'm working on out of the Primrose Yarn Company yarn. I'm taking that with me in case I happen to have some downtime to work on that. And actually the initial part of the design, the very first step, is probably pretty easy to do. I mean, it's pretty easy. It is all pretty easy, but because it's a design, it's going to take a lot more. I have to like take notes and stuff like that, so it's a lot more involved than if I was just knitting it straight off a pattern. But the first section, I've kind of already figured out what I need to do for that first part of it, so I can get cracking with that. And even if I only just get that first section done whilst we're away, that's going to be a decent amount of progress right there, and that would be good to be able to come back and then work out the next section. I mean, again, I know what I'm doing for the next section, but I still need to work out some of the maths. And yeah, so there's that. And then what else? And then I've also got some leftovers of some yarns from the cardigan that I knit for Layla, the cabled cardigan, and then I knit her a Gramps cardigan while I was pregnant as well. I've got leftovers from that, which I want to make matching hats for those cardigans as well. So I've got those yarns that I'm gonna take with me as well for matching hat projects for her. And then what else? I think that's it. I think that's all I'm taking in terms of projects, which is more than enough, to be honest. I doubt I'm going to have as much knitting time as I would like, or as I'm used to when we go back to the UK. But just depending on how things go and how busy we are, we're going to be driving to Perry's parents back there and back at least once, so that's going to be a decent amount of car knitting time potentially. So there definitely will be times when I'll be able to knit, but I'm not sure how many projects or how much I'm actually going to get done. So I'm taking a few options, and mostly mindless stuff, but yeah, I didn't want to take too much just because I know I'm not going to get a lot done. And if by some miracle I happen to get everything finished and I have nothing else to do, well, then that's a good excuse to go buy some yarn. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up for this evening. I think I am going to call this vlog done, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And Layla's protesting bedtime, it seems, but I will speak to you guys tomorrow. Bye.